Hello friends, my name is Chili and welcome back to more Satisfactory. As we were last time, we were just about to finish oil, and we have.
Milestone.
Oil is ready to go.
Will now be extracted and refined to produce various industrially
Oil.
beneficial parts.
Where is
The
oil?
byproducts of these
Refinery
processes
and
will require
extractor.
careful management, but a
I need a
capable
few of
pioneer such as
those,
yourself surely
and a
understands
few of
that.
those. I'm going to grab the cables we need, and then we're going to go grab the oil that's right by our base. I've done a few more little upgrades on the base. I'll show you around in just a moment. Let me grab what I need from right here. Made a little staircase going up to the top level. And I did some things where I didn't want to have to deal with processing my own stuff anymore, or at least making decisions. So what I did is I used smart splitters, which I just unlocked, and I set up kind of some rows where I stick something into a storage thing, and it sends it wherever it needs to go, gets processed, and gets dumped right here. So we have power shards, and all we have to do is just put slugs in. This one back here turns whatever I stick into it into solid biofuel, and I had to set up a decent amount of storage for the solid biofuel because we have a lot. Don't know if we're ever going to need it all, but we've got it. And then on this side, I've started building what I need, but I realized that I need manufacturers, which we're going to unlock right now, but we have to actually unlock them first. So let's get that done. And then we'll have a full-on weapons and other consumables production center right over here. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, how am I going to get oil back here the same way when I've been running it like this, right? Oh, sorry for that. Got to hit it at just the right angle. Well, I've already thought about that, and I'm just going to transport it right through here. So we won't even have to worry about it. I may end up putting it on top, because I did notice that was an option, but I think I would rather run alongside for now, just because even though, yes, it is stackable, I don't know if I want to stack it just yet. So let's get this going from the little oil field that's right by our base. The cool thing is that because we already built all this infrastructure, there's really nothing else we need to do here. Actually, I just had an idea. I thought of something. So here I was sitting there thinking like, oh man, I don't want to have to put something in front of my windows. I don't think I have to. Instead, I can stick one of these suckers on the wall up here. Yeah, I almost forgot I could do that. There we go, see? And I still can run right through if I want to. Very nice. Good job, me. I appreciate that, me. Perfect, okay. So now we just need to run 300 or so, and we're good to go. Where are you boys at? Yeah, you hanging out right there? Be a shame if leave some treats for you. I hope you like them. Made them just for you. I think that might be enough. Let's see if I can get him onto it. Ah! I didn't get a single one of them, did I? Okay, there is our first one. Okay, oil extractor. Let's get you lined up with the grid. Because if it ain't grid-based, I don't want it. That's how we roll. Okay, so I can transport 300 a minute. Oh, that's going to be a problem? Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Okay, so we're going to have to figure out... We may need to run multiple lines already, even from just one, because one pure gives us quite a bit. All right, well, let's get power out here too. Thanks to our double wall outlets, that is a piece of cake. Okay, we got that in there, so we can only move 300, so there's no point in having it do any more. Also, I thought I had... I guess I don't. I thought I had some power thingies. Oh, I left them all back at the base. Okay, whatever. I'll have to get another one. But let's see what we can do with 300 to start with. We're not using any of this for power generation. We're just going to use this for plastic and a couple other things. So I feel like we should be able to be fairly efficient with it. Okay, we've got power. That boy should be spinning up right about now. And that should be pushing oil. We have crude oil. Okay. I'm going to push this guy up to the max of 300. I don't see any reason why not. Yeah. So let me go grab a couple of power thingies. We're going to need them anyway. Okay, let's build the rest, connect it up to the base, and start building a refinery. Okay, so we have crude oil for weapons and other consumables over here. And then we're going to have to pipe this pretty much straight up in the air for the stuff over there. So let's get that going. Okay, I think we're going to be okay. We had to use 1, 2, 3 head lifts, which I think that's fine. I don't actually think it's necessary for the last one. But I just wanted to have it just in case. All right, let's get our first refinery set up and see what we can do with it. Good Lord, that's a big boy. Okay. He actually only takes up the space of 1, but he looks like he takes up the space of like a little bit more than 1. So it's kind of like an assembler. I don't know what all is going to be up here, so we're going to start with this. Okay, first thing, plastic and rubber. We need plastic and rubber, and each one of them also makes a byproduct, which I don't know what to do with the byproduct, so we'll have to figure that out. Oh, the byproduct is petroleum coke? What the heck can I do with that? Okay, well, I can pipe the byproduct out and get rid of it that way, I think. If I pipe the heavy oil residue out, I can use that to make petroleum coke, which I can sink in an awesome sink. So that will at least deal with that, and then we'll have plastic and rubber going. So let's do that. Okay, so that's going to produce 30, so we should be able to get rid of it pretty easily. So we don't have to worry about the byproduct for now. That's good. Just pipe it all right over there. I have a feeling that we can actually use it for something else. So I don't want to get rid of it permanently. I just want to do this temporarily until we figure out another solution. I think our delivery strategy should be fine for up here as well. I just need to verify how I can get it to link up nice and neat. Still like having all my straight lines, please and thank you. You know what? That'll work just fine for now. That's probably pretty straight. We'll go with that. It's probably okay. All right, big boy. Plastic time, baby. All right. Finally, we have reached the promised land, the land of modernity. Okay, now that that's set up, let's go see what we need to unlock more stuff with oil stuff. I'm ready. Like, this is the fun part of the game, right? I know I got, like, jetpacks. Yeah, I got logistics. I got all kinds of stuff. Ooh, trucks. Better conveyor belts. Don't think I'll need this anytime soon. I don't even know how you make... What do you use liquid biofuel? What? Solid. Way better. Okay. We just need to wait for the rubber and the plastic and then petroleum power. I got to go scout out locations for it, but we're building that this episode. We're doing it right now. Actually, while I'm waiting for that, let's let's start on another little fun project. Weapons. There we go. The explosive rebar. Okay.
New sulfur research available for the development
Turbo rifle ammo? Oh yeah. This is what we want. Okay, so I need to produce smokeless powder, which will give me access to quite a few things. So let's get that going. So let's see. How much of this were we actually using? 20 per minute on that. We were producing 30 per minute. So we have some extra. How much of that do we actually need? Oh, wait, no, refinery, right? Refinery. How much of that do we actually need? Oh, heavy oil residue. Okay, that's interesting. So we did need that. And I think we can get... Hold on a second. Can't we get heavy oil from something else? Okay, so we would still have to dispose of something, but we need the residue from up there. Do I pipe it back down? I could easily pipe it back down and then have the heavy oil residue alongside the crude oil over here. Because if I'm just using it up there for junk, what's to say I can't use it down here for something I want? Okay, that took a little bit of effort, but I split off that, and that means I might be able to get rid of that and then use the excess over here, but I still need to have some way to bleed it off, because even with this, I'm still going to run into trouble. So what I may end up doing is using some kind of a valve so I can control how much comes down here, but I could probably just leave it and have it run somewhat inefficiently. I'm just getting rid of excess just to make the smokeless powder for the next fun part. Okay. Smokeless powder being produced. Perfect. And then just to keep this nice and neat as well, we'll kick that up to 40. There. No reason to double duty for something that I'm not going to need on a regular basis other than, you know, bullets. I went ahead and slooped this also just because I was curious what you guys meant about the refiner using a lot more power. Yeah, 120 megawatts is kind of a lot for me right now. So, yikes. All right, ma'am, give me my rifle. Let's go. Not gonna lie, boys. Pretty excited for this one. Being able to have on demand as much as I need rifle ammo. Yeah, pretty happy about that. All right, rifle ammo. Let's go upstairs, turn all this in, get petroleum power, and get our gun. Oh boy, I sure do feel bad for anything dumb enough to cross us. Woo, it's gonna suck to be them. Yeah, baby. Rifle acquired. Let me see that boy. Let me see that boy. Ah, yes. Woo! That looks good. Okay, and petroleum power. We are in business. I'm gonna go find something in test this out a little bit. Where's one of the boys out here who's giving me trouble? Hello? Hello, little friend. Don't run. Oh, whoa. No, maybe do run. Oh. Okay, maybe I run. Was not ready for big boy. Uh-oh. Okay, so the gun's not all powerful. Not by itself, anyway. Oh, you don't like that, do you? I bet those sting a little bit, huh? Definitely helps, though. Yeah, baby. Screw you. Nobody's getting out alive. Ah. And of course, before I forget, we're going to stick a power tower here. Because the plan is to have multiples of these in the right spots so that we can get back and forth between areas much quicker. And the real question is, where are we going to find crude oil with pures? Yeah, we already know about ours. Where else is there? Aha. Aha. There's a few. Impure, normal, impure. These ones aren't very good, though, are they? Okay, so we're going to have to look around and find a good building spot. Off we go. I think it's probably a good idea to head west, just because that's where our other plant is, and it makes sense. Why not build one kind of, at least to connect our coal, just in case we have to ever expand that again for some reason. I thought about something before I go too much further. One, let me check for oil, but two, I need to make the zip line thing, don't I? Won't that allow me to travel on the lines? I remember seeing something about that in a previous video. All right, we can zip line our way back to where we were, and we can resume our search. See if I remember how to use this. Ready? Hey! What a nice, smooth trip this is. And I just get to sit back and relax a little bit. Ah, yeah. Ah, I love not having to walk. Ah, truly the best. Ah, man. What a smooth ride. A little loud, but what are we complaining about? I wonder how well the zipline goes up and down cliffs, because I feel like we should be able to make that distance. Oh, yeah, easily. So maybe we can stick one over there, too. And then we can have an easy way to get into another area now. Okay, I'm getting a little closer to somewhere. I think there's a coastline around here. Offshore oil drilling, maybe? Let's see. Okay. I see one pure and two normals. Okay. That's not a bad spot. Why don't we get something set up over there? Check it out. I'm almost there, but I found this neat little thingy I want to go explore real quick. Figured I got one more of these, so. And my reward, a yellow slug. I mean, you know, considering how obscure this is, I would have thought it'd be something more interesting, but whatever. Okay, right over there is where we're going to start building, but I think there might be some critters waiting for us. It's a good thing we have our gun. Look at them down there. Just waiting to be turned into protein. Oh, there's a big boy over there too. All right, we should be able to see. I think that's one right there. And that's another one right there. We did it, boys. We found oil. 3 whole nodes, which we are going to turn into a nice big power plant right here. And we've already got our thing hooked up for it too. Oh, that's why he's here. You're guarding one of those. Well, sucks to be you, man. This gun has me a little bit too cocky. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Oh, well. Oh, more? Okay. Okay, so I thought there were 3. It only shows up the first 3 you find, I guess, but there's actually 4. So we ended up with 2 pures and 1 normal. So that is pretty serendipitous, if I may say so myself. A nice lucky find. We're going to turn this into a big old platform and figure out exactly how to use all this stuff. We're going to have to come back with a little bit more supplies. I'm actually running out of concrete, which, of course, right? Let me go grab that, come back, and then next time you see this, we'll have this all filled in and we can figure out where we're actually going to put everything. I've already done all of the piping. Once I hook these up to power, which I'm going to do in just a moment, we should be able to start at least producing the crude, and I can make sure that all of my head lift is good. And then from there, we can start spreading out all the power generators over here, because I guess we've got them all. We can probably kick everything up to 300 at this point, right? I don't really see any problem with it. Each one of them has its own line, so each one of them should be able to push at full capacity, and then we can kind of spread it out where it needs to go. Okay, I think I understand now. I need to process this into fuel first. If I'm doing 300, I know it's not quite exact because of the way that fuel gets produced, so we probably just want to do it, limit it to 4 per. So we'll do 4 per each line, since there won't be any worry about having any excess. Okay, so these boys are all making fuel now. We're going to have to figure out what to do with all the polymer resin, though. I think we can sink that just for an easy solution for now. Okay, so each one of these is producing 30 a minute, so I will need to upgrade that. We can start with that. That should 270, so that should give us plenty of room to grow. We just got to figure out disposal. No big deal on that. And then we need to figure out how we're going to pipe that. We can get 40 fuel a minute, which 4 times 4, that's 160. How much do we need for these generators? Okay, that'll burn 20 a minute. Oh, wow. Okay. So if that's burning 20, that's generating 40. Oh my God, we're going to need so many of these. Okay, we're gonna have to really upscale this operation by quite a bit. Okay. Oh my God, I need so many parts. We're gonna have a lot of power. We're gonna have a lot of power. Because each one of these boys is 250, so yeah, we're about to have a lot of them. Let me go grab more parts and build this sucker. All right, that took a little bit of effort, but all the refineries are set up. Basically, what I need to do now is just set up where the overflow is going to go because of all the junk that's coming out of these. And I want to show you kind of how I did this, just in case you're curious. I ran all 4 around so that I could have them all distributed from one central point. And then from there, I pull off 4 from each line just based on each one of these is using 60. So 4 times 60 is 240. I know I'm never going to get quite to the 300 mark because of the way that fluid mechanics work in this game. So I just err on the side of losing a little bit of fluid output. But we have 16 of these, and 16 of these is going to power 32 fuel generators. So let's build those and build the overflow. Let's deal with all that junk. Okay, that took a lot of time. Let me show you what I did. There are now 32 generators running at max capacity. And by max, I just mean they're always on. Each one of them is consuming 20 fuel a minute. I could scale that up pretty easily. If I just doubled everything, then we would be good to go. But gosh, isn't it gorgeous? Let me show you the piping I did, because I'm really, really happy with this. So the piping splits right down the middle and goes evenly to both sides. So 8 on this side, pipe everything to all of those. 8 on this side, pipe everything to all of those. Oh, little observation deck. And everything runs. Everything runs beautifully. And this, I think, should give us plenty of power to expand a little bit more. We went from 1,800 power to about 9,000-ish power. Oh, look at a little bit of brown out there. Which one? Probably one on the 3rd row, right? Who's not working? One of these guys is being lazy. Okay, never mind. That took us a lot of time. But I think we are very much set up for doing some manufacturing and working on getting through phase 3 in the next episode. That's it for me for this one. I hope you've enjoyed. Take care. Bye-bye.